check out our new sponsor, the Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfellow One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products, from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. Apparently, they was going to keep the same day weights under wraps. Wasn't going to be nobody telling nothing prior to after the fight. Oscar De La Hoya ran off at the mouth and told Dan Rayfield that it was Danny Jacobs who didn't come in on weight on the same day weigh-in. You only can weigh in 10 pounds heavier than the fight weight, and that was 160 pounds. Danny Jacobs came in above that weight at 163.6, which he's going to be paying about $1.6 million in fines, because it turns out that every pound he was overweight, it was a $250,000 fine. Let's talk about it. We back. Goodfellow Sports TV. We in the building one time for the one time. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, Danny Jacobs came in at 173.6. Shout out to my brother from Ypsi, Michigan. My boy Darnell, man, he hit me up with the news, man. I was doing something else. Just got done walking the dog. And now he chilling, taking a nap. And ate, he good. You know, Mom say what up, though. But yeah, man, we live from Detroit. If y'all don't know, I'm from the D. But Canelo came in at 169. He honored his shit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want, I mean, I don't know if the fine was just for Danny Jacobs or him. I guess it goes both ways. But like I said, I reported that Eddie Hearn said that, you know, he didn't give a shit about the fine. He said whatever, he said he was going to front the fine for Danny Jacobs. So Danny Jacobs don't have to pay it out of his pocket. Eddie Hearn said he's going to pay it out of his pocket. He understands how important it is for Danny Jacobs to be healthy, well, and have every advantage. You know, this rehydration clause, the same day weigh-in, wasn't enforced by Nevada State Athletic Commission, the IBF, the WBC, WBA, or nobody involved, the ring or nothing. This was enforced by Canelo to have another advantage over Danny Jacobs, and I'm glad Danny Jacobs said F that shit, man. I'm glad Eddie Hearn co-signed him. You don't hear me say I'm glad Eddie Hearn in the same sentence. I'm glad Eddie Hearn co-signed him and said I pay the fine. That's what you need. That's what they need to be done, because Canelo a whole bitch, man. I'm sorry, man. This dude want every advantage in the book, and you're going to put a rehydration clause in, and you didn't put one in for, you didn't let Amir Khan put one in. You didn't have one for Miguel Cotto when you rumored to come in 180 or 190 versus Cotto, still couldn't stop him. You know what I'm saying? He want to put all these stipulations because he's not confident. Canelo is not a true champion. He's a true chump. You know what I'm saying? And then they tried to put Adelaide Bird in there. And at the end of the day, we already know, you know, these Mexican fans, they feeling confident, bruh. And they feeling real confident because they know ain't no way Canelo going to lose. If Canelo really losing and rob Danny Jacobs, they going to try to say, well, Canelo really won anyway, and Danny didn't do enough. We already know Danny Jacobs behind the 8-ball. And this is why tonight is going to be a prime example why black fighters shouldn't sign on Golden Boy. Real talk. It's a prime example, but at the same time, Danny, you know, he trying to get that bread, and he got to be thinking knockout. And I'm glad that he came in at a weight he felt comfortable in. Fuck Canelo Alvarez, but the fight's still on. Canelo came in at 169. Canelo won every advantage how he wanted. You know, oh man, now this was a welterweight he was fighting. He wouldn't have had no rehydration clause. He'd have shot up as far as possible. So that shows you that they have some fear about Danny Jacobs. But however, you know, Danny Jacobs on the wrong side of the promotional company. And even if he was on the right side of his own contract promotional company, we know how Golden Boy is. And then Oscar De La Hoya, this is supposed to be confidential. And then he go Oscar De La Hoya being a little snitch bitch and going out here telling everybody whoop-de-whoop. That's why I wouldn't go cover no Golden Boy fights. And then salute to whoever out there of color, man. If you person out there of color, you're supporting that shit, salute, man. But at some point for me, as a black man, I gotta have some type of dignity. And today, address those racist emails, and then address, you know, throwing the N-word around the offices that I heard some fighters say they was throwing around the office. Today, address that shit, man. I'm not supporting Golden Boy. I'm here supporting Danny Jacobs. I went to Danny Jacobs and Triple G. And I wouldn't go be a patron and pay for no fight with Canelo or Golden Boy headlining that shit, unless it was Al and them doing a co-promotion or some shit like that. But real talk, I'm not sitting here rocking with Golden Boy. And this again supposed to be confidential, at least after the fight. And here come Oscar De La Hoya, you know, snitching and shit. Oh yeah, he came in overweight. Like, all right, bro. You know what it is, man. But, you know, it'd be better for boxing if Danny won tonight. Fuck Canelo Alvarez, man. At the same time, Canelo is a drug cheat. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no ways to cut it. You could throw whoever you want to throw under the bus, but Canelo can never be the face of boxing being a drug cheat. Never. He got caught twice for clenbuterol and had never been tested. He's never been tested in Mexico. The first time he got, till he failed a drug test. The first time he was tested in Mexico, he failed the drug test. They always caught Canelo Alvarez in his drug test when he was in the United States. You know what I'm saying? They always caught him there. My dog, he having a bad dream or hiccup, whatever you're doing. Apologies, but you know, I'm just saying that about the whole situation with him, man. This dude got every advantages, refs, judges, drugs. I mean, come on, man. Now he want to put a weight stipulation in because you're nervous. It is what it is. I hope Danny Jacobs go out there and do the best that he can do, man. For real, man. But at the same time, I'm glad he didn't come in on weight. He came in overweight. And we already knew that was going to happen, though. I knew it was going to happen because Eddie Hearn came out and said, I'm going to pay the fine. He came out and said, you know what? I'm going to pay the fine if this dude come in overweight. I got him. So now they roughly out of $1.6 million. Just over that. You know, so at the end of the day, it's sad that, you know, this guy that people say pound for pound number one got to have all these stipulations, and you can't come in, you can't lose your left hand. If you southpaw, you got to fight orthodox. If you orthodox, you got to fight southpaw. Oh, you can't wear Everlast gloves. We want you to wear Reyes gloves, or you know, we want you. Or you can't wear them trunks. You can't. Those too bright. You know, kind of blind my eye. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh man, we got to fight in Nevada where I got the most protection of this shit. This dude is the biggest chump in boxing history. When you look at it, he a cheater. He a cheater inside the ring, outside the ring. Canelo is just the absolute chump. The reason that Canelo do look better than a lot of these guys, Canelo resume. He done fought Trout. He fought Miguel Vasquez before that. He fought Trout. He fought Lara, Cotto, Old Mosley, Old Baltimore, you know, Triple G. You know, he took enough risk to say, I'm better than the next guy, resume-wise. But once you look at the resume, you be like, oh, man, you know, Canelo this young and he did this much. But you look at the resume, robbed Miguel Vasquez once. Can't remember to say how the second fight went. He robbed him once. You know, open scoring versus Trout affected the way Trout was fighting. Some people still thought it was a close fight. You know, did knock out old Cotto. Some people, and came in as a cruiserweight versus Cotto. He had no rehydration clause on him. Some people lost the Cotto fight. Some people thought he lost the Golovkin 1 fight. Some people thought he lost the Golovkin 2 fight. He did knock out an old Chavez Jr. Remember that. He didn't knock out old Chavez Jr. At 100, he would weight drain Chavez Jr. at 164.5 pounds. Lost to Mayweather. Tried to rob Mayweather on 114 card. You know, Rob Lara and a lot of people with pink. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then he fights Rocky Fielding. Like, come on, man. You can't tell me this is the face of boxing. This dude a whole mark. Glad Danny Jacobs trying to get every advantage over Canelo Alvarez. And I know a lot of the brothers mad at Danny Jacobs because his team's comment on Jamal Charlo that seemed to be kind of raccoonish. And it was. It definitely was raccoonish, in my opinion, for him to sit there and accuse Jamal Charlo of PEDs and then turn around and fight Canelo Alvarez, and then the build up in the fight, he don't make it a thing to say Canelo a drug cheat. He was so respectful and nice to Canelo, but then again, he spit it in the face of a fellow brother, though, and say he failed a drug test. He never failed a drug test, you know. So that's why a lot of brothers ain't getting behind Danny Jacobs. For a lot of brothers, it don't matter what happened to Danny Jacobs tonight. If Danny Jacobs become a ghost, if Danny Jacobs get buried 6 feet deep, if Danny Jacobs, you know, get knocked out, if he get robbed, it ain't going to move none of the brothers because he's shown a lot of raccoonish ways, and a lot of people lost a lot of respect for him, you know, for doing that shit. Myself, I lost a lot of respect for him doing that. But you know what? Everybody make mistakes and shit like that, but I ain't rocking with him like I once did. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you gotta live through that. If you win, a lot of brothers gonna turn out the woods and forget what happened with Charlo, and they gonna praise him, and then they gonna want him to shoot that fade with Charlo if it ain't an immediate Canelo rematch. So that's just how they playing it, man. But hey, it is what it is. Salute to the brothers and sisters out there supporting the channel. I'll go live in a minute, I guess. But don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Appreciate the love and support, man. Blessings to you and everybody out there, man. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code GoodFellow1Boxing. Get you 18% off the 100% all natural products. Soaps, lotions, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, and much, much more. Website, promo code, both are in the description. check them out, man. I'm trying to tell you, the Health Blaze got some real good products, man. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna link that article in the description from ESPN. You know, Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying, out here snitching and shit. But what you expect from a guy of his caliber and how you feel about blacks. But Goodfellas Sports TV, one time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is. We gone.